Hello Aries, this is your, February 15th to February 28th, 2017 read. For the main read, it's not the deck. Alright, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot for you guys. I don't know why I switched that up for the main read. And for the supporting cards, The Secret Language of Color by Ines Sagal, which I hope you can read that. I came across that deck watching Angel Souls 444 or Angel Souls, something like that. I just like her channel, so I figured I'd just mention that that's where I saw them, just to be nice. Okay. Seems to be a quadrant thing going on here. Okay. So, okay. Alright. The overall energy for you is judgment in your favor, which is a good thing. It's a great thing, if you can see that. I feel like it has a lot to do with health. Taking care of yourself mostly, excuse me. And this goes in a few different ways. I didn't shave. I just realized that. Random thought. Maybe I need to take care of myself just a little bit here. That's kind of tipping down. Your overall energy in the first quadrant, which I don't know why it's doing a quadrant read along with this, but that's how it kind of came out. This is kind of where your emotional stability is laying. Like, this is you're taking care of yourself, but I feel like you're enjoying what you're doing. It's important that, like, even if it's a diet thing or if it is some type of activity, that you really enjoy it. I'm not saying you have to be over the moon about it, but just if you're not enjoying what you're eating and you're just eating it to lose weight or to be healthy, I should say, whatever that means to you, or if you're doing some activity like I do like running, but if you don't like running but you're doing it because you get the best results that way, it's a good time to look at other options, some other activity that you enjoy that can give you better results, or maybe they don't give you the same level of results, but it's a better level of enjoyment, because if you find something you enjoy, it's going to stick with you for the rest of the year, I feel. At least through now to like the end of fall time frame. Okay. It seems to be about a lot about how you're feeling and your physical well-being. There are some spiritual things going here, because something else is going on. I feel like some of you are doing some learning, but I feel like you could mix it up a little bit and make it more enjoyable for yourself. I don't know if you need to space out when. I feel like there's some of you out there who are like learning, and you're cramming it all into like an hour, 3 hours, instead of like doing like a half hour to an hour here, half hour to an hour there. Like, it's better if you spread it out, because I feel like there's a lump, like 3 to 4 hours you're doing, and it's just really overtaxing. Spreading it out might help you retain and make it a lot more pleasurable for you. I don't feel like the subject is a bad subject or that you really dislike the subject. It's all condensed, though. It feels like everything happens at once. And getting ahead of the game and like spacing it out will make it a lot easier for you and a lot more enjoyable. It seems like this is what this first part is. If something you're doing for betterment of yourself is feeling a little overtaxing, or you're kind of dreading it, find a way to switch it up. Spread it out. I'm actually now getting, like, some of you do have it spread out, but you would enjoy it all at once, which is not my thing, so I didn't go there first. But if that's going to work for you, do it. Like, if that's what it is. Like, I'm getting the thought, like, do it ahead of time, though, so you have leeway. So, like, if it's due 2 weeks from now, make sure you get it done this week, so that way you have that whole week to, like, have extra time. So if you can't finish it whenever you're expecting to this week, at least have it started or halfway through. That way next week will be a lot easier for you, and you'll have like a framework. That seems to be important. Okay. The quadrants, I'm going to go through the line here, because I'm getting a lot of energy coming off the quadrant as well as your line of action here. And I'm not really seeing. I really don't feel like this has to do with other people around you. I feel like this is a personal situation, in the sense of something to make your life better, something for you to do, something you're in complete control over. Yes, okay. The Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you're ready to do this. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles below the chocolate there. I don't know if I showed you that, because that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling with the chocolate. And I'll admit, like it says, nourish your body and soul. But I feel, I don't know. I read these cards based as what I'm getting off of them. That's just the type of reader I am. So I know some people don't like that I read what I see instead of what the textbook definition is. Sorry, I'm just not that reader. And there's a lot of us out there, so I'm sure you can find one that fits what you're looking for. Just be honest about it right off the bat. I go by what I'm feeling off the card. This makes me feel like the dawn of a new day. Like you're looking to drag this through the whole year. Now when I say drag, I'm feeling like it might be a little bit of a challenge for a start, but you're definitely like, no, I'm starting it. I'm doing it. And I feel completely on board with that. Be careful thinking about it as something you're going to drag through. I think the reason that word's coming forward is like it might seem like a challenge, and if you look at it as like it's going to be a challenge all year, you might find something that supports that feeling. Find something you enjoy. It's really important because I do feel like you could really have success this year with this, but you need that joy factor. You need it needs to be not a burden, or as less of a burden as possible to make it really have some staying power and possibly go through to other years or have repeat effect later in life. So that you can pull on this memory and remember the success to pull it back in when necessary. Good? Good. Good. Did I miss something? No. Okay. All right. Now this is again why I'm bringing up you got to enjoy it. Because the next spot is like you got the Hanged Man. Where is he? Here? There he is. Here's the Hanged Man. You got the Fool, and then you got the Two of Pentacles. It's going this way. Like this is present going into the future. So I feel like you're going to hit this bump fairly quickly, where whatever you chose to do, you're already like, oh, I don't. It's kind of like, I don't want to do it, but I want the result, so I'm going to do it. It's kind of that feeling. Like I feel like you're moving forward, but you're kind of like, oh, I got to do that. Like, oh, that's right. I want to do that because I want the result. I feel like at this point is when you have that moment to like really, like it's purposeful. I feel like I shouldn't say purposefully. I feel like you're going to choose something that's really not what you like, or you may have thought you would like it, but you don't. Not as much as you expected anyway. And this moment happens purposefully so you can like look at other avenues and reassess and reorganize it based on your needs. And then I feel like there's a very optimistic outlook next, which I really feel like this is finding another way that works better. Some of you I feel like might find a different way with more effect. Like if you start out like you walk 3 miles a day just for argument's sake, and you're like, I don't really like that, and I'm not really getting as much out of it as I want, so you decide to run. And you already know you don't like running, but you like the result of it. So you start on that. Some of you are going to take that path, and it's going to feel kind of arduous. Arduous? Yeah. If you do that. If the same thing happens where you're walking, and you're really not liking it, it's taking too long, you don't like running, but you're considering it, but then you're like, you know what else do I like? Like maybe swimming if it's an option, or biking. Is there something else you do like? Rollerblading is that takes a lot of energy in my opinion. Like I haven't done it often because while I like it at the time, afterwards my legs kill me. But I'm just saying, like finding different avenues, getting that result you want, that will move things into a more stable position for you to take through the year. I feel like if you literally start dragging it through the year, like it's hard to do, it doesn't really have a lot of longevity to it. And the Two of Pentacles is just mirroring that thought. Like, this is where your choice comes up. How do you want to handle it from here? Again, like, judgment goes in your favor. Like, there's definitely a way for you to enjoy it. You may have to reach out to others and get ideas from others. If you're really not seeing it, if you're truly not, like, seeing an enjoyable way to get what you want, I would reach out to others, just see what they do, see what type of ideas they have. I feel like racquetball, things like that, something like that. I don't know why it's all sport related, because it could be food. A lot of times there's different things with food. Paul McKenna has that system. What's the name of it? It's a corny title. What is it? I Can Make You Thin. I've used that, and I like that. I don't get the exact results I want, but I am getting a really good result that I wasn't expecting. If you're interested, check it out. I'm going to move on from that thought because I want to, I'm pulling on these quadrants. These quadrants are pulling on me. And I don't usually get a quadrant read in my my kind of changing gears here. All right, now I feel like things are taking. This is in your emotion and action quadrant, which just happened to be the way it fell for me. And granted, these are just how I do reads, so don't worry about. Anyway, there's a lot of I feel like all these quadrants are coming at me at once, and I feel like there's a lot of different energy coming at me. So I feel like it's not in the first half, in the middle, and the second half. I feel like this is all the way through. This information is repeating. The action and emotion. This is telling me creating something that makes you happy. It's a reinforcement for that. It says improve your vision, but I really feel like what it's talking about is getting that inner spark, your divine spark is pushing you to go a certain direction, something that really moves you, something that you really like. There may be something that you're kind of not sure about, but you kind of have interest in, something that you may feel intimidated by, that you maybe should try, that's hopefully safe. I'm assuming it's safe. Let's just say it's safe. That could get you the result you want. Be careful. Always go for safe results. That's my own little thing. Anyway, just in case anybody gets off track, because where am I gonna go? There's certain diets, for example. I don't know where I'm coming around this, but there's some of them that get quick results, but they seem like if you have heart disease or things like that in your family, you might be really headed for a wall. Just be careful. Run it by other people, maybe in your family or friends, what they think, because some of those things do get quick results. But if you get into them too long, they can really cause issues in different parts of your body. So just be careful and get yourself something that's healthy, that's going to succeed for you for the whole year and possibly years to come. This is in your action and communication. So I feel like pearls of wisdom. I know it said, what does it say? Connect to the divine. I'm feeling pearls of wisdom. Maybe you feel that's the same thing. I feel like this is pearls of wisdom. I feel like you're getting these from other people. Action and communication. I feel talking about this, getting ideas of other things to do. And I feel like I've talked about physical activity and healthy eating, but there's other avenues this is talking about too. There's other things that you're doing to improve your life, like education, things like that. Get some pearls of wisdom. Either people who, and they don't have to, I'm more getting they don't have to have been through the same situation, but they may have ideas that you're not expecting. Even though they don't handle it or don't deal with the situation you are, they may have ideas or may know some other people who have gone through things and just have some interesting insight for you. So, yeah, pearls of wisdom. There's pearls of wisdom around you. And again, the quadrants are through the whole reading. I'm getting reminded about that too. So it's not near the end of it. It's not near the beginning of it or the middle. It's the whole way through. Keep talking. It doesn't have to be a deep, sit-down, intense talk, but just bringing it up here and there, just talking about it. What do you do? Have you heard of people doing this activity, that type of thing? Stuff like that. I feel like there's a lot of good information around you. Some people are going to use the internet. Communication, whatever communication works for you. I'm not going to beat it to death because I know it's a general read, and it can go a lot of different ways. Now this is in your stability and communication. What does it say? This says strengthen your faith, which kind of makes sense. I'm feeling like this is very supportive of your creative vision here. Finding something that you really like, whatever avenue you're taking on this self-improvement, because I really feel like this whole reading is about self-improvement and getting what you want for this year. Setting yourself up for, stereotypically, that success. It's a good way to put it. It's a good way to put it. I feel like this is a very calming energy, a very supportive energy, and it's really talking about when you find the right avenue for you to get what you want, it's going to feel good, it's going to make life a lot easier and a lot calmer. I'm not saying there's going to be less effort. I'm going to go with a lot more enjoyable, or it's not going to seem burdensome. And I feel like if you have that positive mindset and you have other people who support you in that, keeping yourself in a positive mindset and remembering how much you like it, being able to adjust it as necessary. Don't feel like you have to keep it, but I feel like you're going to find the direction you want to go. You may vary and do different versions of it going forward, but this is basically saying being comfortable with what you choose and having that stability, because you need to be comfortable and like it more, and not look at it as such a burden. Because I feel like whatever you're doing could sit on your shoulders like a burden if you pick an avenue that's just not what you like to do. Some people might love it. Like, I feel like the running thing comes up again. Some people love to run. Like, I love to run. Some people hate to run, and some people are in the middle. If you have a partner or a friend who loves to run and you want to hang out with them and run, and you're like, I can kill two birds with one stone, I can hang out with my friend, but I hate to run, I feel like there's variation, and or you can do something else. Maybe you could ride a bike while they run, or maybe you could rollerblade while they run. I mean, something like that. Like, there has to be a variation to make it joyful for you. Okay. The ending of this time frame, the 28th, we're going towards the 28th, through the 28th into March, I feel. You got the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Rods. What do I call it? Stabs, rods. I just go back and forth with the two. Same thing either way. To me anyway. You're going this way. So this is present into the future. So with the Page and the Knight right next to each other, Page gets its, like, this is you. Whatever you get started, I feel like you have a passion for and you move forward into the future with. It makes me also feel like once you decide this new situation, new avenue to take, and it really kind of clicks, you're off and running. I feel like once it clicks, you're all in. Full board ahead. I don't feel like that's bad for you. I'm not sure that would work for everybody. If that's an exercise thing, I feel like you already have conditioned your body with other exercises that you can do whatever this is. If it's the food, if it's the education, there's other avenues here this takes. I'm just not clicking into them. But whatever that takes for you, if it's a business sense, something, taking lead of a project or something like that, once you're in, you found the direction you want to go that's going to bring you to where you need to be, and you feel comfortable with it, it's not as much as a burden. I feel like once you identify it, full board ahead. You're good. I feel like it's a quick snap. Like, I feel like you might try one or two different things, but once you find the right thing, it's a quick, you realize it quickly. I feel like that's what we're talking about. You realize it quickly, you give it some thought, when you try it and you realize it's the one you want to do, it clicks right in, and you're off to the future. I feel like you're all gung-ho about it too once you do. Okay. So all of this, they're telling me, don't get caught up in the time frame, because some people are going to get this at different times of the year. You might click on this later in the year or when you need it. This all seems like it's not dragged out for everybody. Some people it is. For some people it's more like a condensed situation. Don't get caught up in the time frame they're telling me, or that it has to take 2 weeks for it all to happen. It doesn't have to take 2 weeks to happen. This all can happen in a matter of days. Or day, really? Some people maybe a day, where you realize you're moving in a direction you're not happy with what you're doing, although you want the result and you need to change. And I feel like this will all make sense to you in the same day. You'll be able to change direction all in the same day. That seems like really quick, but hey, if that's how it works, great. I'm kind of curious if that happens for you. Let me know, because I'm like, this seems like a lot of information to happen in one day. But hey, if it does, all the better. Anything else? I'm not really getting anything else. Okay, so I feel like you're setting yourself up for success. Just make sure you enjoy what you're doing, or at least enjoy it as much as possible. Pull out the burden and put in the joy. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to try to, I just realized I dragged on, what is it, 19 minutes? Wow. Thank you very much for watching. I'll get this reading up with everything else at the same time. So if you want a direct reading from me, james4astral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.